Everyone says they want to change the world.
But not everyone will.
We are not everyone.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities, from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Can never find the right size nuts and bolts that you need? Are they always scattered in a Tupperware bowl somewhere? Do you spend too many wasteful hours looking for them? Rosenberg Implement is here to help. Save 8% this week on bulk SAE and metric bolts, washers, and nuts. Check out our parts catalog for bins to organize this hardware, and you will always find the correct size fast. See Rosenberg Implement's parts department this week and save.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation. Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Does your bank make you feel like you're just one of the crowd? We have a different approach, one-on-one personal service. You're you, and there's only one of you. You have different financial needs. We find out what your needs are, and then we do everything we possibly can to serve them. Think small, think smart. Become a member today. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
We're big on you.
Okay, last week Grossenberg Implement took care of your corn heads. Now it's time to take care of your John Deere Combine platform guards and save 8% doing it. There's no better time than right now to make sure your combine is ready to go into next year. Ensure your John Deere and other make platform header is ready for 2022, or better yet, bring it in to Grossenberg Implement for their winter inspection. Grossenberg Implement with locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Okay, last week, Grossenberg...
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Is a presentation of DRG Media Group Sports.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, DRG Media Group.
Pierre Governor Basketball on River 92.7 is brought to you by
Bank West, Lynn's Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds and Associates, First Dakota National Bank, the May Adam Law Firm, and the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Governor Basketball is brought to you by
Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Dairy Queen, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Gateway Ford, Lincoln Toyota, and Kruger Contracting.
And Governor Basketball is brought to you in part by
Oahe Federal Credit Union, TMA, Adventera, Kathy's Sun and Shine Properties, Gators Pizza, Pasta and Subs, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Bauman Lumber, Lariat Lanes, Wagner Auto, Capital City Campus, the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, and Herding Electric.
These special in-game sponsors bring you Governor Basketball.
Becky Potseva State Farm Insurance, the Hughes County Sheriff's Department, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Leiden & Associates, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service.
Now, Pierre Governor Basketball.
And good Saturday afternoon, everybody. Another day of high school basketball coming your way. The second of the home opening weekend for the Pierre Governor boys here on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7. Live streaming with the help of Live Ticket at drgnews.com after a 65-19 victory over the Sturgis Scoopers last night. Obviously, Sturgis with some offensive shooting woes. The Governors also with some pretty good defense and some high-flying offense. They'll try to keep that going today against the Spearfish Spartans, the other team out of the northern Black Hills here today. Spartans off of a loss at Aberdeen Central, 74-49 last night, but that's their first loss of the season in their first 3 games played. Governors coming in with still an unblemished 3-0 mark. With Heather Williams in studio, we've got Jordan running video for Live Ticket across the way once again today. I'm Brian Oakland. Good to have you here on this Saturday afternoon as the Governors try to go perfect on their pre-Christmas portion of their schedule. This is the final game before the holiday break. They won't play again until January 6th. We've got plenty to talk about coming up in our pregame show from Becky Potseva, the State Farm Insurance Agency in Pierre. They sponsor the pregame. And we're back after a 2-minute timeout to take a quick look around the scores that occurred in high school basketball, both boys and girls last night in Class AA for the State of Basketball to open up our pregame in just a couple of minutes. Coaches, comments, keys to success, coming up, all that and more as well. The pregame sponsored by Becky Potseva, State Farm Insurance in Pierre. This is Pierre Governor Basketball.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $885. The team at Potsabah State Farm in Pierre and Gregory are ready to help you combine home and auto and save. Call 224-4173 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported saving by switching to State Farm.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Hi, everyone. This is Brian Oakland, the voice of the Pierre Governors on River 92.7. You know, the men and women at the Hughes County Sheriff's Office know a great team when they see one. Long hours, hard work, determination. The Govs have it, and we're proud to support them. If you want to know more about our 361 team and how you can be a part of it, log on at hughescounty.org and click on the Sheriff's tab. The Hughes County Sheriff's Office says, Go Govs! Back at Rick's High Gym as we welcome you to the Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth on the Upper West Side, the upper deck here at Riggs High Gym. Thanks to the men and women for giving us a place to sit and originate our Governor broadcast here on River 92.7. The Hughes County Sheriff's Office broadcast booth, and thanks to all the men and women of the Sheriff's Office and all first responders for doing what they do in our communities as well. The pregame beginning with the state of basketball. A look around South Dakota right now on the court. We got 3.5 minutes left in a freshman game that has Pierre on top, 59-48. Pretty good basketball game. Spearfish hanging tough, just getting a steal here. Spearfish unable to bring a junior varsity team. A little sickness going around, things like that. There was no JV game. The sophomore game was won handily by the Governors earlier this afternoon. So the varsity game still to come. Here's what happened last night. We'll take a look around South Dakota. Let's start in the girls' ranks as the Pierre Governor girls were able to pick up their first victory of the season last night at Sturgis, 52-24. So the Governors now 1-2 on the season as Sturgis fell to 0-3. Also, Spearfish hosted Aberdeen Central but falls 50-37. The first win of the season for Aberdeen Central. The first loss of the season for the Spearfish Lady Spartans. In the ESD last night, Watertown was down 5 at halftime, down 10 after 3 quarters of play. They come from behind and defeat previously unbeaten Huron 51-49. Watertown stays unbeaten at 3-0. Huron now 3-1. Brandon Valley is 3-0 after a 50-41 win at Sioux Falls Roosevelt. Rapid City Stevens is 3-0 as well. They beat Douglas last night 63-31. And in Sioux Falls, it was O'Gorman with no trouble over Sioux Falls Jefferson 60-27. O'Gorman improves to 2-1 on the season. So Brandon Valley, Watertown, and Rapid City Stevens all 3-0. Sioux Falls Washington and Rapid City Central are 2-0 in girls basketball. Again, the Governors getting their first win of the season last night. Today, with the Governors playing at Spearfish, they'll start about an hour after we will. David Burrow's pregame on KGFX will be at 2:30 with a 3 o'clock Central Time tip-off here at Spearfish. Of course, Aberdeen playing at Sturgis against the Scoopers. In the East, at Sioux Falls, Washington at Harrisburg, Lincoln at Jefferson, and then Rapid City Central at Stevens out west here today. Governors not playing in the week ahead. They'll play next after the first of the year, January 4th, a Tuesday night at Sioux Falls, Lincoln, a game that will not clash with a boys' game. It'll be right here on River 92.7. On January 4th, Governors go back home right here to Riggs High Gym to entertain Sioux Falls, Washington on Saturday, January 8th. In boys basketball last night, it was the Governors remaining perfect on the season, 65-19 as they defeat Sturgis. 3-0 are the Governors. The Scoopers fall to 0-3. Meanwhile, Spearfish, who we see here today, they got their first loss of the season against a really good Aberdeen team. Coach Eric Skoglund very impressed with what Aberdeen Central had last night, 74-49. But the Spartans still were able to keep that game fairly close for the better part of 3 to 3.5 quarters in that one. And meanwhile, Huron over Watertown last night, 62-47. By the way, Spearfish suffering their first loss in boys basketball last night there at Aberdeen too. Huron with a 15-point win over Watertown as the Tigers get their first win at 1-2. Watertown falls to 1-2 after that loss. Mitchell stays unbeaten at 3-0. Now they defeated Brookings in Brookings 67-44. Sioux Falls Lincoln defeats Yankton 61-44. It is Lincoln at 1-1 on the season. Yankton falling to 1-1. Harrisburg gets a win at Sioux Falls, Washington, the second loss in a row for the Warriors to start the season. Harrisburg at 69-57 with the win. They improve to 2-0. Also, O'Gorman over Sioux Falls Jefferson 67-49. The Knights are 2-1 on the young season. Jefferson at 1-2. And out west, Rapid City Stevens with a win over Douglas 68-45. And that is the second win for the Raiders after starting 0-2 last weekend against Pierre and Aberdeen Central. They did get a win over Rapid City Central earlier in the week. So right now, Mitchell and Aberdeen and Pierre are the 3-0 teams in boys basketball. Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, and Harrisburg are 2-0. Spearfish, again, at 2-1, as are O'Gorman. And I guess that's all for 2-1 teams. But 2-2 is now Rapid City Stevens as well. In addition to Spearfish playing here at Pierre, you've got Sturgis up at Aberdeen to take on the Golden Eagles. In the East, in the Metro, it's Brandon Valley hosting Sioux Falls Roosevelt, and O'Gorman playing host to Class A's #1 team, Sioux Falls Christian. In the week ahead, again, no games for the Governor boys. Spearfish is done for the pre-holiday portion of the schedule as well. After today, the Governor's next game will be here at Riggs against Sioux Falls Lincoln on Thursday, January 6th, with a game at Sioux Falls, Washington on Saturday, January 8th. So we'll see what the Governors will have against some of those Sioux Falls teams and some of the Eastern teams once we start that 2022 portion of this season. There's the state of basketball in Class AA as we look around that here in our Becky Potts of the State Farm pregame show. 2-minute break, and we'll come back, talk with the coaches. We'll hear from Eric Skoglund of the Spearfish Spartans in a bit, but Brianna Kusler of the 3-0 Pierre Governors comes up next. Our keys to success to be brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
This is Cody Matson
and Amy Larson from Beck Motor Company, and we need your vehicle.
Equinox, we need it.
Traverse, we need it.
Malibu, Impala, we need it.
Any vehicle, we need it.
Do you have a vehicle you want to sell? Call us.
224-5912.
Beck-motors.com.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Hey DQ fans, there's a new treat in town this fall, the Reese's Pieces Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat. It's a match made in flavor heaven with Reese's Pieces, chocolate chip cookie dough, and peanut butter topping all mixed in world famous soft serve. You heard that right, Reese's Pieces and cookie dough. So introduce your taste buds to these sweet soulmates and grab the Reese's Pieces Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat today only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
There's one place to watch Pierre Governors sports online, and that's liveticket.tv. Go Govs Live is where you can find Pierre Governors sports online. And the folks at Live Ticket thank all the sponsors that help make sure that this all brought to you for free. And if you'd like to sponsor Pierre Governors sports, just call Live Ticket at 833-605-LIVE. That's 833-605-LIVE. Pierre Governors sports. Watch them online with Live Tickets.
All right, keys to success for Saturday afternoon, and Brianna Kuzler, the Governor head coach, on another fine performance last night, Coach, and it's still 65-19. You're scoring. That average in the 60s has been that way all three games so far, but we still are going to pride on the defense as well. And you held that Sturgis team down. Granted, I think they missed some opportunities to score, but still, the defense is what wins a lot of ball games.
Yeah, we talk about it a lot where, they're going to take shots. We just want them to take more shots that we want them to take and less shots that they want to take. So we're dictating the shots that they're taking, and that comes from the pressure that we're applying and then using, giving them one and done opportunities, and then we're running our lanes hard and looking to push the tempo and execute in transition.
I have a feeling that even, when they're not on the court, the boys are kind of looking back on what's transpiring and understanding what's working and still, what's working well so far in three games, but maybe what are the things as well that still need a little work too.
Yeah, they're such coachable kids, and they want what's best for themselves. They want what's best for each other, and so they want to continue to better themselves, and because they know that that's what's going to get this program to where we want it to be, and so credit their effort every single day. And in a game like last night, it's easy to get complacent, and I didn't feel like we ever did that, especially on the defensive end. There might have been a couple possessions where we got a little bit lackadaisical. We addressed that, and then they got out there and did what they were expected to do. And so we don't have any lapses right now in our subbing where we feel like we're going down a level as far as our intensity goes, and that's something that we feel is going to be to our advantage.
Last night, one of the things that happened, I think, more so than any other game we've seen, is a little dunking going on. Jackson Edmond got a little bit crazy on some of these dunks, 5 of them, which I don't know that's ever happened around these here parts, but it's good to get that kind of a transition, and you always love those high percentage shots at the end.
Yeah, right, exactly. Can't say I've never dunked it myself. Sometimes I joke with them and claim that I do, and they believe me sometimes, but I never have dunked myself. So 2 points is 2 points to me, but I get those certainly, yes, when we're killing it like that, we'll take those any day. And there's just such this group is so athletic and so versatile, and they can defend in multiple positions. They're able to play multiple positions on the offensive end, and it kind of gives us an advantage from a standpoint. We're not so reliant on one person bringing up the ball. There were a couple different times yesterday where Jackson might have started the break, 1 or 2 dribbles and advanced it, or Jet Zabel's coming up and getting the board and then starting our break. Now, we're not necessarily wanting them to be bringing the ball up per se, but by them starting our break, we're getting out ahead of people, or giving our guards a chance to get out and run, and put the pressure on them defensively to have to transition.
Oh, what a luxury you have too, that your bigs can actually defend out away from the basket. I mean, very very quick in that case as well, and that gives you an awful lot of versatility on that defensive side.
Right, Christian and Jackson both can defend both inside and outside, and use their sometimes when you're defending somebody that might be smaller and quicker than you have to be a little bit smarter than them. And so we talk about that a lot, is recognizing your speed and being able to still be versatile enough to, because teams will start to take us outside, and we feel that we can continue to defend. And then when we sub and go with Ben Heisler or Jet Zabel inside, we don't feel like they're able then to, they might be smaller, but then they're physical enough inside that they can be a presence in there for us defensively as well.
Okay, with Spearfish here today and a team that went to Aberdeen last night, about a 25-point loss. I think a team that maybe can still put points on the board, but they're going to have some trouble with that defense. But what do you see out of the Spartans today?
It's going to be very similar to things that we've seen the last 3 games. All 4 of these teams are relatively similar. So I think that this same thing that we've done the last 3 games as far as our identity defensively and making sure that we're very solid there, securing that board and looking to push the tempo. But you're going to see a lot of dribble drive action, looking to pass, cut, screen, nothing that we haven't worked on, nothing that we haven't seen before. So as long as we're sound defensively, we're going to be just fine.
Okay, good game to prepare for, I guess. It makes it kind of easy to prepare for this one. Other keys to success today then?
Our communication and our effort defensively, and then we want to make sure that we're still being tough. Last night we talked a little bit about some of those 50-50 balls that I didn't feel like we were getting on the floor after. And in a game like last night, it might not have been the difference for a win or a loss, but in some games down the stretch, the team that's going to do those little things and get after those 50-50 balls and not allow somebody to get a board over them, those are the teams that are going to come out on top. And we need to make sure that every single day we're doing those and executing the fundamentals the way that we do every day in practice.
All right, Coach, go get another Saturday win today, all right? Good luck.
Thank you.
There's Brianna Kusler, the head coach of the Governor boys, as her coach's comments and keys to success are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. We'll hear from them and talk with Eric Skoglund of the Spearfish Spartans. Keys to success continue next. This is Governor Basketball.
During November and December, Central Dakota Eye Care is donating a portion of sales for every complete pair of glasses sold to the Peer Education Foundation. Hi, this is Dr. Nick Barso. All 3 doctors and a handful of our staff are thankful for the education we received in the Peer School District. The Peer Education Foundation supports education development of students and staff of the Peer School District. We are excited to support this great organization and our area youth. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
And with more keys to success from the visiting head coach, we're talking with Eric Skoglund of the Spearfish Spartans. And Coach, a couple of wins to start the season, one against a Sturgis team that Pierre fans saw last night, but you go up to Aberdeen last night as well. And I guess Aberdeen Central, they're preseason ranked, and they showed their worth, even though you got some points on the board. But tough to play defense against a team that runs up and down the floor as well as they do sometimes.
If the rest of the state doesn't know how good Aberdeen Central is, along with the Pierre Governors, they soon will. The Golden Eagles, solid defensively. Their guards have been there, done that. Their bigs are big and strong. They move the ball, and all those guys got every varsity minute last year. So they are going to be a team that, in the ESD is going to sweep several schools. And, when they come to Pierre and Mitchell and Harrisburg, there's going to be battles on the home court for those games. But it was a 35-27 ball game at half. We cut it to 5 in the third quarter. They go on a quick 8-0 run on transition three, and 2 free throws, and it stays about 15 points the rest of the game before the last 3 minutes. But really impressed with Coach Norberg and what they're always doing with their system. So strong defensively, and that's coming from us playing a weekend home series of rivals. Home game against Belfouche, we packed the gym. They went on the road to Sturgis, which was their home opener also, after they got snowed out on the Friday night to open the season. But we understand where we are. We're still making adjustments, still finding out our best combinations. But we got so many guys that are still young. Right now our starting point guard went down in our season opener warm-up line. A random ball scooted out. He stepped on it. Mr. Peyton Millis is out until January. It could have been a whole lot worse. There's even talk of him missing the season, but through his rehab and whatnot. You will see him eventually. We're a team that is adapting and overcoming those things. Nobody cares that we pulled into Pierre at 12:15. Nobody cares that we went from Spearfish to Aberdeen to Pierre last night. It's part of the deal, and our guys know through their tireless work ethic how we, through the summer and fall of all these guys being multi-sport athletes and our lifting sessions that, it doesn't matter what time we play ball. Basketball knows no time or date, so we just we eat, sleep, and play basketball now for this weekend, and we're excited for this opportunity. Pierre, what a challenge in front of us, and as this Governor team, it really starts on the defensive end. It's not about plays; it's about their players, and they're absolutely getting it done on both sides of both ends of the court.
Probably going to see a lot of similarities, as you kind of alluded to early on there, with what you saw with Aberdeen last night and what we're seeing so far from Pierre this year.
It is. Right now, it's first you look at the players, big, strong, athletic, really get into you. When you can guard your yard and reduce the help side and rotations, that's what every team wants. Keep the ball on one side, and if you can guard your yard, board it up, because not many teams are going to make enough first shots in a possession to beat you. And when they clean the glass like they do, really hard to beat. On the Govs, on their offensive end, this game is played in pairs and groups of three, and they do such a nice job of the ball screen, the two-man action. And when they want to play 3-on-3 on the side, they do a great job with that, with spacing. And whenever they kick, they got shooters all across the floor. Whoever coach wants to put in there, knock down a high percentage of threes.
What do you have as keys to success in defending this team and also keeping them off the scoreboard?
Right. What we can do technically is we will start in our traditional two-man defense, but we have so many different ways to defend it, and we'll just go with that. If they hopefully we can make adjustments before they can put runs on us. A run is 3 buckets in a row. A kill is 3 stops in a row. And if we can limit their runs, last night an 8-0 run by Aberdeen Central took us from a tight game to something that we couldn't overcome. And if we can limit the runs by the Govs, hopefully we can play well enough because we're moving the ball well enough. And if we're shooting about 38 to 44% on threes right now, because of our players, because of the ball movement, because of the skill we got right now. That should be able to keep us in ball games.
Okay, Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck today.
Thank you so much.
That's Eric Skoglund, the head coach of the Spearfish Spartans, on the road for the second day in a row here after playing at Aberdeen Central last night. Coach's comments, keys to success, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's move right ahead into our starting lineups here. The Becky Potsdam State Farm pregame show continues. I'm Brian Oakland. Glad to have you with us on a Saturday afternoon. Pregame brings up the starting lineups that are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre as the Governors continue with the same starting 5. Still playing without Jack Merkwan, as hopefully he'll be ready to go when January comes around, shaking off a ankle sprain from a couple of weeks ago, but a couple of weeks off might certainly help Jack. He's out of a boot. He's walking well, but moving and shifting on the basketball court still out of the question right now for Jack Merkwan, the 6'3 junior. Meanwhile, the Governors in the backcourt continue with Jacob Mayer, the 5'11 junior, on the point. Matthew Hansen, a shooting guard at 6'4 and a senior. And, of course, Lincoln Keenholz averaging 19 points per game after 3 ball games, a 21, a 17, and a 19. Last night was the case for Lincoln Keenholz, the 6'2 junior. Jackson Edmonds scored 19 last night, 5 dunks included, a 6'5 junior. And Christian Bush, a 6'4 junior, plugging the middle for the Governors as well. Hansen, Keenholz, Mayer in the backcourt, Edmond and Bush up front, Brecken Kruger, Jet Zabel, Cade Kaiser, and Ben Heisler, the first 4 off the bench for the 3-0 Governors of Pierre. Brianna Kusler, the head coach, Skip Kurth, Brevin Kaiser, Lonnie Heyer, and Daniel Traversy, the assistants for the Governors. The Envirotech starters for Spearfish come up after this from Envirotech in Pierre.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com and use their mobile app Waste Connect or check their website or even get a robocall for collection schedule changes due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Envirotech appear with starting lineups. We'll give you the Spartan starters after we remind you as you travel to and from high school sporting events or anywhere for the holidays or anywhere, anytime for that matter. The South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all to buckle up every trip, every time. The Office of Highway Safety. Here's how the Spartans go today with their starters. 6-foot sophomore is Seth Hamilton in the backcourt, along with Smith Funky, a 5'10 junior. The second guard, third guard is Ryan Heinert, a freshman at 6'2". So a young backcourt, along with forwards 6'3 junior Antonio Serrano and Braden Delahoy, a sophomore at 6'5, playing up front for the Spartans as well. Seth Hamilton, Antonio Serrano, Smith Funky, Ryan Heinert, and Braden Delahoy, the starting five for the Spartans. Rylan Palmer, Carter Lyon, Nick Heyman, Trey Wood, Ty Siebert. Some names coming in off the bench for head coach Eric Skoglund, assisted by Josh McGillivray, Michael Yost, and Blake Stevens. Your Envirotech starting lineups. Game officials are law on the court today. Matt Clark, Joe Schroeder, Kevin Talley, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office. We tip it off in 2 minutes. This is Governor Basketball.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Finances, retirement, and investments can all be confusing. Even though we have access to an infinite amount of information, often there is a disconnect between what we should do and what we are actually doing. That's why at Reinke Gray Wealth Management, our team has devoted over 35 years to bringing clear advice about reaching financial independence. The information you need and how to apply it is as simple as calling Scott and I at 224-5959 or visit ReinkeGray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial Member FINRA. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM and Reinke Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
With more and more people being at home, chances are you'll access a social media site to stay in touch with family and friends. Before you do this, please check your privacy settings to ensure you're being the safest you can be. For step-by-step instructions on how to check and change your privacy settings for Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and the like, go to consumer.sd.gov. With questions, contact South Dakota Consumer Protection Division, 1-800-300-1986, or email consumerhelp@state.sd.us.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom in Pierre, located conveniently behind Walmart, and see what you have been missing. There's a large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunications systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wish the Pierre Governors best of luck at Comtech. Come see what you have been missing.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym with Heather Williams in studio. I'm Brian Oakland with the play-by-play and Live Ticket doing live video streaming as well. As we're driven by the Office of Highway Safety, the state of South Dakota, reminding us to stop speeding before it stops you. Obey posted limits. As you just heard from Comtech in Pierre, they'll sponsor the opening tip coming up momentarily. In the meantime, also a quick reminder about our game officials, Matt Clark, Joe Schroeder, Kevin Talley. They're the law on the court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, who we just heard from in their Division of Consumer Protection. Thanks to those guys for doing what is oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Governors at 3-0, Spearfish Spartans. Make that 2-1. I wrote down the wrong record for them. They are 2-1 after suffering just their first loss of the season last night. They played Sturgis to start the season, and Sturgis, as Coach Darius Buzz told us last night, got off to a bit of a slow start. but came back and made it a 2-point ball game. Spearfish still got the win last week, 53-51. Then a victory over Belle-Fourche earlier in the week as well by the score of, I'm looking that, but I'm off. I'm a little bit off, but they do have a win over Belle-Fourche, which I think was last weekend. So the Spartans started 2-0, but did get that loss at Aberdeen last night, 74-49. But Coach Skoglund told us that game was 35-27 at halftime. Still fairly close, well into that second half before Aberdeen Central got that run, as he talked about, that put them up by double figures. And the last few minutes of the game were able to advance that a little bit more. So Spearfish, I think, is a team that can really put the ball in the hoop, probably with a little more regularity than what we saw Sturgis last night. Sturgis really struggled in hitting their shots. I had them at just 16% shooting on the game, and thus the only 19-point output. But watch for Spearfish today, I think, to be a little quicker on their offense, probably a little quicker on defense as well, and could be a good and a gritty-gutty Spearfish team that we'll see here today. The Governors are being announced on the floor, and for the first time they break out brand new black uniforms as the Govs will wear their visiting jerseys. Spearfish, after playing at Aberdeen last night without having to do laundry, they'll wear their home whites. And here in the first half, as you watch this one from the live video stream of live tickets and the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com, you'll see Spearfish in home white with maroon numbers and trim, heading right to left. The Governors in road black with the green numbers and white trim will go from left to right. The opening tip sponsored by Comtech and Pierre, controlled by Lincoln Keenholz and the Governors as he out jumps Braden Delahoyd. We're underway. The Governors 3-0, looking for a perfect 4-0 start here. As Keenholz with a step back three, a fire and hit, and the Governors just like that strike first, 19 seconds in, as a 3-0 lead to start. Keenholz, of course, going to be the leading scorer for most of the year. There's a nice slicing layup, and up and in goes Seth Hamilton. So a 3-2 lead for the Governors. Long pass from Mayer, looking to get it to Bush, knocked away, but Keenholz there on the near side to pick it up on the right wing. Now back down low to Matthew Hansen. Nowhere to go on the baseline. He'll bring it back out, and the Govs will reset. Mayer near half court. Girls game, by the way, tips off in about an hour. That'll be on KGFX. High screen for Keenholz from Bush. Finds Hansen. Free throw line off the back of the rim, but it softly settles and then falls on through, and a 5-2 lead for the Governors as Hansen hits his first shot of the night. So the Governors got a quick 3 on their first possession, a more patient 2 on possession number 2. Underneath, it's Hansen. And unable to get a bunny to go, but rebound tipped out, and a follow-up 3 is up no good. The Governors with the rebound here, and another 3 attempted this time, but Keenholz will miss everything. That's something you don't see very often. Meanwhile, it was Heinert missing for the Spartans on the previous trip. 6.5 minutes to go, 5-2, Governors on top. They get it across the timeline, but a quick pickup with a dribble, and Jacob Mayer in the grill of Seth Hamilton. He gets it away, though. Heinert moves toward the right. Delahoyd with a quick swing down to the corner. Now inside of the entry. This is Serrano trying to get around Keenholz, but up no good. Jackson Edmond down with the rebound. Here's a turnaround shot, up and good. Christian Bush. 10-footer, left side. Rattles home. The Governors have 4 in a row now and lead 7-2. Screen up top for Hamilton. He'll throw one at the feet of Serrano off the top of his foot, and that'll go out of bounds. Not a lot Serrano could do on that. The pass just wasn't where it should have been, and the first turnover of the game belongs to the Spartans with 5:40 to go in quarter number 1. 7-2, the Govs in black, looking for more. Governor girls have worn black for a couple of seasons. Here's Keenholz with a fadeaway, 10-footer, no good. Kept alive, and Bush turns around and puts one back. Up and in, and a timeout to be called for the Spearfish Spartans. Timeouts in our broadcast sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling and Pierre. The Governors out to a 9-2 lead with 5:25 to play. Get a Coke and be back in 30 seconds for more Pierre Governor basketball.
Smart Grocery.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
So far in a 9-2 lead, the first 2.5 minutes of this game looking crisp. Once again, Spearfish out of their first timeout, trying to get things right. They started with a nice layup from Seth Hamilton, but 0 for their last 3 possessions. Here's Heinert on the move. He'll get it around Edmond and laying it up and in. Nice move on the crossover from Ryan Heinert, but the Governors quickly up the floor. Hansen, Edmond, Mayer out around the top. Keenholz to the right side. Governors around the perimeter. Here's Hansen from Edmond again. A tipped pass. Oh, my. Heinert almost put it up and in off the glass, but it comes down to the Spartans. That'll go essentially as a steal for Ryan Heinert. Now Hansen trying to return the favor, but he is called for the reach. And our first substitutions will come in after the first foul called in the game. That on Matthew Hansen, the 6'4 senior. Mayer and Bush checking out. Ben Heisler in for the Governors off the bench, a 6'1 junior. More athleticism for the Govs coming in. Also, Cade Kaiser, the 6'2 sophomore, on for the first time. Govs lead 9-4. Spearfish with the basketball, though. Here comes Hamilton, left side, and he'll get another layup up and in. Spearfish with 3 field goals, all on layups. Talk about that quickness and the first steps that they're showing. Here's Hansen from the right elbow. Jumper, good shot up, no good, but Delahoy down with the rebound. Spearfish hanging tough here in the early going as the Governors have missed on their last 2 possessions. Now to the 4:10 mark, quarter number 1. Heinert with the 3-point attempt. Edmond to the sideline, tried to save it, and then the Spartans will knock it back away out of bounds, give Edmond a rebound off the miss of the long one for Heinert, who is 0 for 2 from distance, and halfway through quarter number 1. Governors will look to add to a 9-6 lead. Hansen coming out. Brecken Kruger, 6'2 junior, on for the first time today. Keenholz and Edmonds still in there, and 3 bench players aside from that. Kruger picks up the dribble, top of the key, finds Keenholz. Over in front of the Spearfish bench, back to the middle, up top, feed inside. Heisler has his shot blocked by Delahoy. Braden Delahoy with a good defensive play. Spearfish quickly up the floor, but the Governors catch up. Now Hamilton on the baseline, kicks it back out. Get our first look at Carter Lyon, a 6'4 junior. He had it, but he gets it away to Hamilton again. Also in there is Ryland Palmer, a 6'3 junior. Here to the half circle, Smith Funky. Passes it off. Hamilton on the move against Kaiser. Kaiser doing a good job. Here's a pass that's knocked away and out of bounds in the corner with 6 on the shot clock for the Spartans. Christian Bush checking in. Jackson Edmond out. Edmond with 5 dunks of the basketball last night. They say that is a school record. I don't think anybody's ever really worried about keeping track of that, but speaking of dunks, penetration here. Smith Funky feeds to Braden Delahoy. Like Edmond, he's 6'5". He gets up, throws it down with 2 hands. Up ahead, Bush with another turnaround shot. Christian is 3 for 3. Spearfish pulled within 1 at 9-8, but now 11-8 once again. That ends a 6-0 rally by the Spartans. So again, a team that shows some ability to get the ball in the hoop. Nice feed as Delahoy looking for Funky underneath, but it's tipped away. Knocked out of bounds. Stays with the Spartans here. 17 on the shot clock. Lyon to inbound off the right side of the key with 2:36 left to go in the first period. Carter Lyon finds Seth Hamilton. He'll pull up and fire a baseline jumper from the right side. A little bit wild. Bush with the rebound. Governors up ahead, feeding Lincoln Keenholz. He'll lay it up and in. Transition baskets. That's what the Governors are all about. So far here in this season, now the lead back to 5 at 13-8. Another baseline attempt. This one from the corner. Funky off the mark. And tie up on the loose ball. This one stays with Spearfish after the Governors had controlled the opening tip. We got a revolving door coming here at the scorer's table. Antonio Serrano back on for the Spartans. Jackson Edmond in for Pierre. Christian Bush still in there. Lincoln Keenholz out for now. Jacob Mayer back on as well. Here's Serrano. Spin move up and in. Nice feed. Antonio Serrano with his first bucket off of the inbound from Carter Lyon. 13-10. 2 minutes to play. Quarter number 1. Good ball game here. Bush to Hansen. Had to double pump as that shot was altered by Ryland Palmer. It comes down to the Spartans. Here comes Palmer, and it's up and good. And now Pierre needs a timeout. The Spartans playing with some fire here. 13-12 so far. 1:45 to play. A Coca-Cola timeout called by the Governors. Let's take 30 seconds, and we're back with more Pierre Governor basketball and your official voice of the Governors River, 92.7.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Governors meeting their match a little bit as far as quickness goes. Spearfish got a lot of things going as far as the speed game here, and they're getting some transition baskets. Governors are too. Here the Governors out of a timeout. Work it inside to Jackson Edmond. A little baby jump hook is up and in. His first field goal of the day will give Kaiser the assist. The Govs lead by 3. Back on the defensive end. Ball knocked away out of bounds, and Spearfish will inbound. From the corner, comes into Smith Funky. Trey Woods, 6'2 senior, comes on for the first time. Here's a 3 for Carter Lyon, up no good. Christian Bush will control the rebound. Spearfish 0 for 4 from outside. They trail by 3. The Governors on the attack. From the wing, here's Bush on the entry pass, but he gets pushed from behind. And then another Spartan trips over him, helped up there by Trey Wood, who will be called for the foul, if I'm not mistaken. Trey Wood's first personal, first team foul for the Spartans as well. Here comes Jet Zabel on for the first time. Matthew Hansen out for the Governors. Zabel, the 6'2 sophomore. New shot clock for Pierre with a $1:05 to go, quarter number 1. The inbound comes to Bush. Quickly underneath Edmond. He'll get pushed from behind by Serrano. And another quick foul here goes to Spearfish. Only 3 seconds off of that clock. So another inbound coming. This one from Jacob Mayer off the left side of the key. Edmond going to take a lob out on top. Back to Mayer. Quickly inside, but knocked away. Take away by the Spartans. Now a loose ball that Edmond gets in the way of. Picked off by Mayer. Across the timeline, so the Governors turn the tide. And we've got a hand check here. This one goes on Wood as Lincoln Keenholz back on. Took his first step about halfway between the top of the key and half court, and was ready to streak for a left-handed lay-in, which he did. But Wood once again with the foul way out on top. His second quick one. He'll check out. Braden Delahoyd back on. 40 seconds to play. Quarter number 1. Mayer will get it over to Keenholz. Lincoln with a high screen, down underneath, back to Edmond. Jump hook comes up short here, kept alive by Zabel underneath the hoop. He'll kick it out. Mayer back to Edmond. High post, underneath again, and Keenholz loses a handle on it. My goodness, good ball movement there, but just an unfortunate miss for Keenholz. As the Governors come up short and come up empty there as well. 15-12. Scoring is slow just a bit. Spearfish can play for the last shot here in the first if they'd prefer. 12 ticks on the clock. Here's Palmer on the move to Ryan Heinert. Into the lane. Stops. Spins. Lays it up and in. Good move for Ryan Heinert. 1 second to go. Long three. A little bit short for Edmond. And the first quarter comes to an end on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Pierre has the lead, but only by one over the Spearfish Spartans, 15-14. Scoreboard sponsored by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Pierre Governor Basketball and your official voice to the Governors, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com, sponsored by your Pierre.
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
The holiday season is a time for friends, family, and fellowship. Don't let the financial stress of the season get you down. For a limited time, Oahe Federal Credit Union will be running a holiday loan special. Borrow up to $1,500 for 12 months at 7% APR with payroll deduction or auto pay from your checking account. Stop in and see Julia or Jameson at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre.
As the only difference is Lincoln Keenholz with a three-pointer that won 3 against 7 twos for both teams. The difference, here's a pump fake in the lane. Christian Bush, 10-footer up too strong, but he got hacked. And he'll go to the free throw line. Governors starting with the first possession of quarter number 2. Braden Delahoyd with his first personal. Christian Bush will attempt the first 2 free throws of the day for either team. Bush struggled on the line a bit last night and misses the first of 2 here on this Saturday afternoon. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Welcome aboard here, Governor Basketball. Final game of the 2021 portion of the season. Christian Bush with a good first quarter. Tacks on his 7th point, getting the back end of the 2-shot opportunity. Here's Palmer penetrating the kick out to Seth Hamilton from the corner. Three-pointer no good, but it's kept alive and put back up and in without coming back down. Braden Delahoyd with the bucket, and we are tied at 16-16. Governors had a 9-2 lead early. Spearfish, as Hansen drives, Spearfish has come back with a tie. They have a chance at a lead. A miss by Hansen, looking for a foul after that. Now 3 up top. Can't get that one. There's Delahoyd up top for another rebound, though. And Hamilton drives and scores, splitting defenders, and the Spartans lead the Pierre Governors 18-16. Governors on the move. There's Edmond, but out of control a bit. And he is called for an offensive foul. Be quite honest, right now, the Pierre Governors are in a situation they have not been in yet at all this season in their first 4 games. Maybe with a little of an exception in that Rapid City Central game a week ago today, but Central played pretty well. It was a 9-point lead for the Governors, which opened up late in the end of the first half, but Central was playing nip and tuck with the Govs throughout, had an early lead as well. But right now, I think this is the latest in any of the 4 games so far that the Governors have played where they are actually trailing. Here's Heinert on the move. Shots up, no good. Keenholz with the rebound. He'll slow it up. Still has it. Now a kick out. Jacob Mayer open for 3. Swish. Mayer with a bomb, and the Governors take the lead back 19-18 here with 6:24 to go in the second period. Left wing with it. Spartans on the move. Palmer tried to kick it back, but it's right to Edmond. Bad pass, but you can give Jackson a steal. He passes across the timeline. Zabel in there. Hansen to Edmond. Now Keenholz in front of the Spartan bench. Finding Zabel underneath. Jet is fouled. Shot won't fall, but he'll go to the free throw line. Chance for 2 for Jet Zabel. Spartans starting to commit a few more fouls here, as it took a while for either team to commit any, but this one is the first personal for Ryan Heinert, and Zabel, the lefty, swishes the first one. Here here starting to feel a little bit more in sync, it seems, since they lost that lead. They led 15-14 at the end of one, but trailed 18-16. Now back in front, 21-16. Zabel's second free throw is the 5th point in a row for the Governors. Govs in black on their home floor. 6 minutes to play in the first half. On the move is Hamilton. He loses his balance and may have gotten a push to help, as Mayer going to be called for the foul. We'll see if they put that on the shot or on the floor. It looks like it'll be on the floor. And an inbound coming instead for the Spartans. New shot clock for Spearfish. Inbound comes to the wing. Hamilton will bring it back out on top. He finds Heinert there. Ryan Heinert crosses over against Jackson Edmond, forces one up. Oh, Delahoyd, shots up and good, but a rebounding foul. Actually, he tipped in the miss by Heinert, but I think Kevin Talley going to call the rebounding foul there. So wave off the putback. Delahoyd showing some good athleticism, just a sophomore, already 6'5". If you remember a football game last year, the Governors beat Spearfish comfortably, but Spearfish had 4 long touchdowns, and Delahoyd, I think, was the recipient of just about every one of them. Here's a miss by Keenholz, the putback for Jet Zabel, up and in. Second chance basket, and a timeout will be taken by the Spartans. 23-18, the Governors lead, 5:25 to go in quarter number 2. 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. We're back with more Pierre Governor basketball.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
Things I'm noticing in that Coca-Cola timeout, there are 10 guys on the floor for both teams combined, and every one of them has already scored in this game. It's 23-18. We had a timeout called to the 5:25 mark of the second quarter. We also had a timeout called to the 5:25 mark of the first quarter, for what it's worth. Now we can all sleep better at night. Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. On the move, Seth Hamilton through defenders. Coming into the lane, might have traveled, might not have, but he kisses it off the glass and scores a 2. It's 23-20 as our good ball game continues here at Riggs High Gym. Governors get it to Edmond. Maybe a push from behind. Kept alive. He feeds to Matt Hansen, and Matty will put it up and in for 2. Second bucket for the senior. He has 4. The Governors lead by 5 again. 25-20. Telegraphed pass here from Heinert as it's knocked away by Hansen, looking for Ryland Palmer. Spearfish 3 for 3 on the swap. Now Carter Lyon back in. Joined by Trey Wood, who's back in there with 2 fouls from earlier on. Smith Funky, starting guard, is back on as well. Spearfish, a young squad. So far, doing a lot of good things here against the Governors as Zabel wants a steal, but Wood gets there first. There was contact, but we play on. Smith Funky back to Lyon up top. Trey Wood for 3. Trey Wood with his first shot down of the afternoon. Sparty back within 2. 25-23. Quick give and go as Edmond can't get the finish on the pass from Keenholz, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And Carter Lyon, the guilty party this time, his first personal. Spearfish has put Pierre in the bonus. This is team foul number 7, but this one in the act of shooting will give Edmond an opportunity for 2. First one up and good. Jackson's third point as Cade Kaiser checks in for Jacob Mayer. 4:12 to play here in the first half. Govs led by 1 at the end of 1. They lead by 3, make it 4. 27-23. Edmond scores 2 for 2, and he will check out as Ben Heisler gets another tour of duty. 4:12 to play in the first. 27-23. Good ball game. Good offense. Both teams playing pretty good defense on both ends as well. Motion on the move. Carter Lyon trying to feed inside to Antonio Serrano. picks up a loose basketball, double team, now a loose ball again. That'll be taken away on a fumble by Lincoln Keenholz. Lincoln up ahead. Hansen coming to the basket, but loses a handle on it, and it's taken back by the Spartans. Now we've got a foul on Hansen. Trying to make amends there. It's one of the things we talked with Coach Kuzler about at the end of last night. In transition, the Governors with a lot of quick passes and moving the ball quickly. They don't fumble the ball very often, but we have seen a few of those. Pierre with 5 turnovers, Spearfish with 4. Trey Wood wants a 3, and he hits another one. Trey Wood with back-to-back threes for the Spartans. They're back within 1 now, 27-26. Give and go, Governors. Heisler up and in, fed by Jacob Mayer. Ben Heisler, the junior, on the board for the first time today. Back to a 3-point game for the Govs. Hesitation, stop and go. Funky, back to Wood. No time to shoot the long one here. He'll put it on the floor. Trying to get it to Serrano, but in the way is Ben Heisler. Good defense. Serrano trying to keep it alive. Unable to do so. He'll lose the dribble out of bounds, and Spearfish will give it back to the Governors with 3 minutes to go in quarter number 2. 29-26. Governors in front. On the wing with it is Keenholz. Front of the cheerleader section. Smaller crowd today than what we saw last night. Here's Keenholz. Wanted to put it up right away after taking the entry pass from Mayer, but the defense was right there, and Lincoln second-guessed himself, and he's called for a travel. Dragged the pivot foot. Governors with turnover number 6. Down to 2:40 left in the first half, that is. And we'll have a foul here and a little hand check from Cade Kaiser. Governors defensively are in your kitchen most of the time, but Cade a little too close this time. That's his first. Governors still with they have 4 fouls as a team for Pierre on the board. I've got them with 5, actually. Matt Hansen with 2. Maybe I missed something earlier. 2:28 on the clock. Loose basketball as Seth Hamilton loses the dribble. Once again, Cade Kaiser there defensively. He'll tie up, but Pierre had the start of the second half quarter possession, and now Spearfish maintains this possession on the jump ball. 2:25 to go, 25 on the shot clock when the ball was thrown in. Here comes Hamilton. Boy, he's good with those scooping layups. Shot up and in as Hamilton in double figures with 10. It's 29-28. Govs can't shake these Spartans as of yet. Here's Keenholz back to Mayer. Near side, lob pass too high for Edmond. Picked off by Trey Wood. Spartans on the move. Lyon to the half circle. Over to Serrano. And an offensive foul on a hook called on Antonio Serrano. Oh, they said that's on Lyon, so not Serrano, who was driving. I didn't really see a foul with Serrano, but apparently a moving screen or something to that effect on Lyon. No arguments by the Spartans. A 1-point lead for the Governors, looking for more. 1:45 to go, second quarter. Lincoln Keenholz's been quiet of late. He'll pull up from the free throw line, gets it to go. Lincoln, with his third field goal, has 7 now, 31-28. Really pretty good shooting. Both teams were above 50% in that first quarter. I think more of the same here in the second stanza. Cade Kaiser will be called for another foul on the floor here. And that'll be the 5th on the Govs. It'll be the 2nd for Cade. Heisler will come out. Christian Bush, who's had a good first half, is on for the Govs. Spearfish with a new shot clock. 1:30 to play. Second quarter. They trail 31-28. Top of the key, Nick Heyman, 6'3" senior, checks in for the first time. He wants to drive. Puts a shot up short, though, and it's pulled down by the Governors. On the move. Kaiser feeding underneath, and it's Mayer up and in for 2. Cade Kaiser with a good job running the floor and a transition basket to give the Governors a little more breathing room at 33-28. Hamilton with a pull-up free throw line, Jay. That's no good. Edmond down with the rebound, but a push ahead is too far, leading Christian Bush. That's out of bounds, and it's back to Spearfish. As Kaiser checks out, Brecken Kruger back in with 1 minute to play. in the first half. Govs up 33-28, figuring to get the ball back at least one more time. Ty Sieber on for the first time. He's a 6'3 senior for the Spartans. He's got it back. Near side, wants to drive down the lane. He'll try the scoop. That's up and in. Trailing the play is Christian Bush, but a step too late. Called on the reach, and Ty Sieber goes to the free throw line with a chance at a full-out, old-fashioned three-point play. 40 seconds to go. Sieber going to shoot left-handed here, but he put that scoop up and in with a right hand. Shot no good. Trying to keep it alive as Keenholz tips it out, and Mayer will collect the rebound. So the Governors maintaining a 3-point lead as we come down toward the tail end of the first half. The entry from Kruger into Bush is interrupted, and we should have a foul on 1-1, Nick Heyman. That is team foul number 9 for Spearfish, so we've got a 1-and-1 opportunity for the Governors here. Christian Bush gets the opportunity. Front end is good, and he'll get another. So Bush with 8 so far. Governors up the lead to 4, and a chance for one more. Christian Bush, who was 0 for 4 on the line last night, better today. 3 out of 4. Gets his 9th point with the second one down, 35-30, back to a 5-point Governor lead. Bit of a high-scoring first half. So far, both teams been very efficient offensively. Spearfish keeps it out up top. They'll play for the last shot here. Shot clock is off. Game clock down to 10 seconds and counting down. Serrano in the lane. Kicks out to Hamilton. Wants 3. He ends up on the floor. Kruger has the ball. He'll fake and fire. That shot partially blocked. And that'll be how this first half comes to an end. We're on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Governors lead. It hasn't been easy. They have a 5-point advantage, though, over Spearfish, 35-30. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service. Stay warm all season long with Gales Gas in Pierre. It's halftime here in our Governor broadcast. Halftime's brought to you by the folks at Leiden & Associates. Ameriprise Financial. They're in the Northridge Plaza in Pierre. 35-30 Governors. You're on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. We're back in 2 minutes on River 92.7.
At DK Auto Repair in Pierre, we take pride in our fast and professional auto service. Our well-trained techs specialize in transmission repair, tune-ups, brake service, suspension engine repair, auto diagnostics, and general maintenance repairs and oil changes. Making sure you and your family get from point A to point Z and all points in between is what motivates us to provide you exceptional service. At DK Auto Repair, we proudly support every Pierre Governors event, the students involved, and their families.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The paint store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. The paint store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The paint store, same great paint, same great services.
At Jan Bussey Ford in Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford in Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
The Pierre Fire Department has a strong and proud history of volunteering for our community since 1881. We have some great men and women who are serving our community, and we are always looking for more quality volunteers. No experience is necessary, as we provide training locally. If you are looking for the next adventure and an opportunity to serve your community, volunteer today. It's as easy as calling 605-773-7401 to get started.
Join the team and take on your legacy. Since 1862, the South Dakota Army National Guard has been ready to defend our freedom and our way of life. When our nation calls, we are there to help our friends, neighbors, and communities in the event of forest fires, floods, tornadoes, and severe winter storms right here in South Dakota. Now we want you to write the next chapter in our rich history of the South Dakota Army National Guard. Visit their Facebook and Instagram pages or nationalguard.com/SD. Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Kenols wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at BriggsRVPark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Can never find the right size nuts and bolts that you need? Are they always scattered in a Tupperware bowl somewhere? Do you spend too many wasteful hours looking for them? Rosenberg Implement is here to help. Save 8% this week on bulk SAE and metric bolts, washers, and nuts. Check out our parts catalog for bins to organize this hardware, and you will always find the correct size fast. See Rosenberg Implement's parts department this week and save.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation. Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com, or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
Dosey's Signs in Chamberlain isn't your run-of-the-mill sign shop. Todd and Doug take the time to listen to your needs and come up with an innovative and effective design to fit your budget and take your advertising to the next level. Dosey specializes in any size or event sporting banners, storefronts and awnings, and letters or numbers for windows, vehicle boats, and enclosed trailers. Need something more flashy? We can do a vehicle wrap, illuminated signs, billboards, and LED lighting. If you can dream it, we can design and build it. Dosey's is a proud sponsor of local sports and communities activities. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The Field House in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Field House in Pierre.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Does your bank make you feel like you're just one of the crowd? We have a different approach, one-on-one personal service. You're you, and there's only one of you. You have different financial needs. We find out what your needs are, and then we do everything we possibly can to serve them. Think small, think smart. Become a member today. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
We're big on you.
Okay, last week Grossenberg Implement took care of your corn heads. Now it's time to take care of your John Deere Combine platform guards and save 8% doing it. There's no better time than right now to make sure your combine is ready to go into next year. Ensure your John Deere and other make platform header is ready for 2022, or better yet, bring it in to Grossenberg Implement for their winter inspection. Grossenberg Implement with locations in South Dakota, Nebraska, and Wyoming. Okay, last week, Grossenberg...
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship, and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Class B's in fourth place. West Sioux at 144 points, Spartans at 111. Wrestlers at the Elk Point Jefferson Wrestling Invitational. Get maybe more on that coming up in the postgame. But here we go to the second half. The Governors with the first possession, first throw in of the second half, like the opening tip, sponsored by Comtech Communication Services in Pierre, and miscommunication in a pass from Jacob Mayer looking for Lincoln Keenholz goes out of bounds. And Governors with 9 turnovers now, 8 of those, of course, in the first half. A little uncharacteristic. Last night they only had 3 turnovers, at least through the first 3 quarters. Here goes Seth Hamilton to start the second half for the Spartans, and he drives to the rack and puts it up and in. Hamilton Good speed game. Here's Edmond posting up, fed by Keenholz, and a good jump hook up and in. To me, that shot by Jackson Edmond is such a weapon, especially if he's got the touch and is able to put him down. Hamilton just keeps dribbling. He drives to the baseline. And we'll put one up in traffic. Up and in for two. Jackson Edmond wanted another dunk. He misses it off the front of the rim, and as he's getting up, he gets run over by Braden Delahoyd. And that's just incidental contact. Their officials are conferring as to who gets the ball, and it will stay with the Governors. But Jackson comes up a little bit short. 5 dunks last night. Doesn't have one yet today, but he wanted to put a light of fire under the belly of the Governors. Here he gets it back inside, and that one from Keenholz, but shot comes up empty, and then it's off of the foot of Christian Bush, and that'll go out of bounds. So the Governors come up empty on that trip. First minute gone by, second half, 37-34. Spearfish within 3. They were trailing by 5 at half. Here's Smith-Funky on the move, penetrates, kicks out. Seth Hamilton moves back into the lane, and a blocking foul going to be called. Scoop by Hamilton doesn't go, but Matthew Hansen will be called for his 3rd personal. Reset the starting 5 for both teams here is Seth Hamilton, Antonio Serrano, Smith-Funky, Ryan Heinert, Braden Delahoyd on the court as first of 2 up here, no good for Seth Hamilton. Then Heisler will check in for Jackson Edmond. Minute 15 into the 3rd period. Governors started with Edmond along with Christian Bush, Jacob Mayer, Lincoln Keenholz, and Matthew Hansen. Second free throw, no good, but it's kept alive, and now we'll have a jump ball. Corralled here by Lincoln Keenholz, tying up with Serrano. Spearfish now 0 for 3 on the line, but they get to keep the ball with that held ball possession arrow pointing in their favor. Serrano into the corner, finds Hamilton, back underneath. Serrano, couple of pump fakes. Bunny up, no good on the left side. Tipped by Hamilton, won't go, and now it's Jacob Mayer in among the trees to come down with it. Pierre back up ahead. Keenholz can't get the layup on the right side. Rebound back down, Ryan Heinert. Now Spearfish moving left to right as you watch this one on drgnews.com. Bodies on the floor as Heinert takes it strong to the rack. Keenholz ended up on the deck. Maybe Hansen underneath as well, but a foul called on the Governors. And this goes to Hansen. Now, I mentioned the last one was his 3rd, but maybe I had one extra foul for Matthew Hansen in that first half of play, as the scoreboard had one more foul on the board than I had on my score sheet. So I'll keep him at 3 for now. He will check out. Heinert misses the first of 2 free throws. Still 37-34, 6:18 to play, quarter number 3. Second free throw is good for Heinert. That is the first made free throw in 5 attempts for the Spartans here. They're back within 2 now, 37-35, a 5-2 start for Spearfish in the second half. But Keenholz will put Pierre back up by 3 as he steps back and hits a free throw line jumper. Love the mid-range touch there by Lincoln. He's got 9 points, tying for team high honors with Christian Bush. Here's a long 2 for Delahoyd in the corner from 2-point range. Jackson Edmond back in there, has the rebound, catching it on the fly. Keenholz. See if Lincoln will start to take this game over once again. Lincoln trying to get it inside to push, though. He's reached around on from behind by Delahoyd. Braden will pick up his 3rd personal. So Delahoyd with 3 for Spearfish. Matthew Hansen with 3 for the Governors. That's the first foul for Spearfish here in the second half. Delahoyd a little frustrated. Trey Wood, who had a good second quarter, is in. Here's the inbound up top, and Jackson Edmond just fine for the mid-range J. There's Edmond now with 8 points. The feed for Mayer out of the inbound. Here's 3 coming for Heinert. That's no good. Keenholz with the rebound. Heinert 0 for 4 from downtown. Keenholz still with it. Feeds underneath. Bush, oh, he's blocked by Heinert. Christian wants a foul, but we play on. Saved back into the hands of Lincoln Keenholz. 3-pointer down. And suddenly the Governors lead by 9, 44-35. Here's good defense for Bush. denying Heinert, but an offensive rebound. Put back, no good. Spartans miss a couple. Keenholz has it. Here come the Governors. Cade Kaiser to Jackson Edmond behind the back, looking for Bush. That's off his knee. Bad pass there as Kaiser now steps into a passing lane. Can't save it. It'll go out of bounds. Edmond with a good idea on the behind-the-back pass, but you're kind of close quarters on that attempt and getting it to the big fella Bush. And there are too many bodies around there to feed it with that much razzle-dazzle right now. 44-35. Inbound underneath. Serrano wants to go up with it. We've got a foul and a hold that'll go on Mayer. Foul occurs on the floor. Not Mayer. It's Brecken Kruger who just checked in. His first personal, third team foul for Pierre in the second half. So now Hamilton, Serrano, Heinert coming out. Delahoyde is back in. Ryland Palmer and Carter Lyon join him. Lyon will lob it in to Delahoyde, backing in against Jet Sable, and the shot is up off the glass and good from the left side. Good post-up basketball move there for Braden Delahoyde. A little bit of a run by the Governors comes to an end. It's 44-37. Here's Keenholz. Stop. Fire. Three ball good. Lincoln's got a pair of bombs here in the third, and the Governors really starting to heat up. 47-37. The first double-digit lead for either team, and the dribble lost by Delahoyde, taken away by Matthew Hansen. Here on the move again, right to left here in the second half. Lincoln wants another one. Not this time. Online, it's just off the front of the rim. From the right side, no good. Delahoyde with the rebound. We're 4 minutes in, 4 to go, quarter number 3. Here's Palmer on the left wing in front of the Spartan bench. Finds Delahoyde up top. He stops, hesitates, goes down the right side. Shot may have been altered by Jet Zabel. Delahoyde hits it off of the underside of the rim. Here comes Hansen in traffic. Shot up, no good, but a foul will be called, and it'll go on Trey Wood. So Matthew Hansen will go to the free throw line. The pace of this game starting to pick up here in the third period. Here's 5-point lead at halftime. Dwindled to 2 or 3 early on, but now has grown to 10 and make it 11 as Hansen hits the first of 2. They've already erased the fouling party on the board, but I think that was Trey Wood, which would be his third. Hansen's second free throw, no good. Long rebound, and it's run down by Zabel. The Governors keep it alive, but then Zabel loses it into the hands of Ryland Palmer. 10th turnover for the Governors, but they lead 48-37, 3.5 to go in the third. Here's Delahoyde, wanted to cross over on the dribble, but the sophomore loses it out of bounds, and Eric Skoglund will take a timeout, just wanting to keep everybody in focus right here. This will be a full timeout, 3:30 to play, third quarter. Governors lead by...
Service Master of Pierre is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup? Service Master of Pierre is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
The holiday season is a time for friends, family, and fellowship. Don't let the financial stress of the season get you down. For a limited time, Oahe Federal Credit Union will be running a holiday loan special. Borrow up to $1,500 for 12 months at 7% APR with payroll deduction or auto pay from your checking account. Stop in and see Julia or Jameson at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre.
The Sporting Goods Department at Lynn's Dakota Mart, conveniently located in downtown Pierre.
Welcome back, third quarter. The Governors have opened up a double-digit lead, but you get the feeling that even right now where it's at, 11 points, not all that comfortable out of the Spartan timeout, which leaves them with 2 to go. As they stiffen the defense, a steal by Carter Lyon. Up ahead, Delahoyde wanted the follow off of the miss by Wood. That's no good, but Spartans keep it alive, and here comes Carter Lyon down the lane. Comes up in traffic, and Mayer will tie him up, and this will be a takeaway by Jacob Mayer. with a good hands play. Lyon just got caught in among all the trees and kind of instigated his own difficulties there. Ryan Heinert back in. Lyon out. 3 minutes and change to go. Jackson Edmond back on the floor for the Governors. It's Edmond, Keenholz, Zabel still in there along with Mayer and Hansen. 4 of the starting 5 on for the Govs. Here's Zabel up top. Back to Mayer. Tried to feed to Edmond maybe on an alley-oop, but it's stolen by Heinert. Up ahead, Hamilton can't get it to go. Edmond there for the rebound. Back we come with the Governors. Keenholz leading a 3-on-2. Finds Zabel. Spin. Can't get it to go. A little bit short on that one. Hamilton rebounds for Spearfish. Still 48-37. Under 2.5 to go. Third quarter. Heinert crosses over. Penetrates. Finds Serrano. Puts it on the floor. But the shot up. No good. A good ball movement for both teams. Keenholz will lose this one going up. Down the lane. And he is ruled in the act of shooting. He'll go to the free throw line. Kevin Talley going to put him on the line. 2:15 to play in the third. Up and down some playground basketball here in the last 4 or 5 trips on both ends. That foul goes to Antonio Serrano. He'll pick up his second. Keenholz to shoot 2, but the first one here, no good. Governors have shot free throws very well today. They were 7 of 8 in the first half. Keenholz will try one more. And this one is good. Here, 2 out of 4 so far in the second half from the stripe. Lincoln Keenholz with 9 points since halftime. He's got 16. Brianna Kusler will take a timeout. 2:15 to play. 30-second break. The Govs by 12. We're back in 30.
If you're hunting for a great deal on your next ride, get into Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. We're locked and loaded on all of our new and used inventory, like this 2018 Toyota Highlander, only $28,495. Looking for low price reliability? Try a 2011 Honda Accord for only $6,995. Who wants a loaded up truck? We have a 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ for only $17,995. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378. And visit gatewayflt.com.
High on a Saturday afternoon, driven by the Office of Highway Safety, reminds us to slow the drive, arrive alive. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball. Your official voice of the Governors is River 92.7. KGFX FM Pierre, member of DRG Media Group. Live streaming with the help of Live Ticket at drgnews.com. Brian Oakland on the call. Good ball game here, 49-37 with 2 minutes to play in the third. Spearfish with the basketball and the three-pointer that is up and good. Ryan Heinert has tried 5. He finally gets one to go. Not a bad game. He's got 8 points so far. 12-point lead cut back to single digits, 49-40. Edmond to Keenholz in front of the Governor bench. Wants to lob underneath for Zabel posting up, and Heinert comes from behind and takes it away. Ryan Heinert with a few steals. Spearfish, and the stutter step there for Smith Funky. And Eric Scotland thought Smith's pivot foot was down. I honestly think that he might have an argument there. Just looked and smelled like a travel, so it must have been a travel, but maybe not. Minute 29 to go as Zabel checks out. Christian Bush, who's had a good ball game but hasn't scored yet here in the second half, back in. Matt Hansen with it. On that far side, now back to the near side, Edmond to Keenholz. Faced up by Hamilton, but Lincoln pulls the trigger and hits another 3. Lincoln Keenholz, 3 of 4 from long range. He's got 19, which is his scoring average after 3 games. Hamilton on the move, shot blocked by Edmond, but a foul occurs. 2 shots coming. This foul isn't on Edmond, it's on Hansen trailing. And that'll be his 4th. So Matty may need to come out as Cade Kaiser ready to check in, but 2 shots coming here for Seth Hamilton. Seth, a 6-foot sophomore, quick player, and has been the catalyst so far for Spearfish. Gets the first free throw down. So Hansen out. The lead back to 11 right now for the Govs at 52-41 after that first free throw good. Second one coming for Hamilton. 15 for Seth. They'll stay there as Bush cuts in and takes the rebound off of the miss. Here comes Keenholz. Hang time. Layup no good, but a foul called. Lincoln. There are very few players in South Dakota, in my opinion, who can dribble down the lane in among a lot of people and put up a good layup, just like Lincoln Keenholz was there. Foul was called on Serrano. His third. Lincoln hits the first of two on the stripe. As we are just under the 1 minute mark of quarter number 3. Second for Keenholz. Shooter's roll is good. Lincoln with 21 to match his season high so far. He had 21 a week ago today at Rapid City Central. 54-41. Biggest lead match for the Governors. Hamilton still dribbling, kicks out. Ryland Palmer's on the move. He'll slice and dice and drive and score. Ryland Palmer, second field goal for him. He has 4, 54-43. Bush, turnaround off the glass and good. Is that pretty or what? One of my favorite things in basketball is a little fadeaway 8-foot jumper off the glass, just like Christian Bush right there. Bushy into double figures for the first time. He has 11. 56-43. It's Hamilton still against Mayer, and Jacob will reach in and push here. That was pretty good defense, but he did reach in at that last moment as Hamilton crossed over on him. Got to be impressed with Seth Hamilton's ability to keep the dribble alive here. Second personal for Mayer. He'll check out. Brecken Kruger will play the last 14 seconds of the third quarter here at the point, but the Governors still need some defense now. Smith Funky takes the inbound. He'll bring it left to right across the timeline. Gets away from the over pursuit. Finds Palmer, who drives to the baseline, throws one off of the knee of Jackson Edmond. Edmond thought maybe Palmer was the last to touch as he was standing out of bounds, but it is Spearfish ball. Now they have 4.7 seconds left as Funky is out, and Delahoyt, the 6'5 sophomore, back in. They'll lob to him. Edmond will defend. Passes it over. Hamilton pulls away and in and out, no good. He wants a foul from Kruger, won't get it. And our third quarter comes to an end, and a good third quarter at that as the Governors open up a double-digit lead. They lead the Spartans 56-43. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre and your Pierre Sports Marketing partners who sponsor Governor basketball.
At DK Auto Repair in Pierre, we take pride in our fast and professional auto service. Our well-trained techs specialize in transmission repair, tune-ups, brake service, suspension engine repair, auto diagnostics, and general maintenance repairs and oil changes. Making sure you and your family get from point A to point Z and all points in between is what motivates us to provide you exceptional service. At DK Auto Repair, we proudly support every Pierre Governors event, the students involved, and their families.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Third quarter, open up what was a 5-point halftime lead with a 21-13 scoring advantage, and they hit 3 threes, all of which from Lincoln Keenholz, but another good shooting quarter of play by the Governors. 7 out of 12 on the floor, 13 of 22 in that first half as well. On the drive, Spearfish on the first possession. Hamilton misses the layup. Bush with the rebound up ahead. Mayer in a tough position, able to put one up and in on the floater. Jacob Mayer. Good ball game. Now a whistle out just across half court. Governors just having another good day, and they've needed it too because these Spartans have been up to the task. No doubt about that. 58-43 our score. Trey Wood will check in. Foul was called on, no, it actually was just a ball out of bounds, and the inbound coming for Spearfish. Hamilton against Mayer. Feeds to Carter Lyon. He wants to skip it across to the far side looking for Delahoyt, but the connection not made. Ball goes out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Govs here with a 15-point lead. Spearfish played Aberdeen pretty tough last night. Final score doesn't indicate that. There's a nice feed. Hansen to Keenholz off the glass on the right side. Good for a couple. Governors increased that lead, and this one's starting to look a little bit more scoring-wise for Spearfish, like last night's loss at Aberdeen Central was. Here's Serrano going to the free throw line, fouled in the act, and Matt Hansen is just fouled out of the basketball game. He'll finish with 4 points. Hansen with 5 fouls, as Cade Kaiser will have to come in immediately, even though Serrano's got 2 shots coming. 60-43 our score. By the way, 43 points in 3 quarters for Spearfish in 4 games played by the Governors. This is the most points they've given up. And the first time they've given up 40-plus to any of their 4 opponents so far. Serrano hits the first of 2. Second one is also good. Oops, I put those on Hamilton's stat sheet. Let's go with Serrano. He has 4 points. 60-45. Kaiser will put one up and in. Hook check, that was Bush. From Kaiser as Christian continues his good ball game. Underneath the basket, Hamilton, he gets contact and he puts it up and in as Mayer trying to indicate he kept his arms straight up into the air. But Seth Hamilton just going up strong as Mayer commits his 3rd personal. 6:49 to play now, 62-47. Chance at a 3-point play for Hamilton, who now leads all scorers with 23 points. Can't get the 24th, and Delahoyd will knock the rebound out of bounds. So 62-47 here. I think this is a good game for the Govs because their schedule definitely is going to increase in the degree of difficulty once they hit a couple of Sioux Falls schools, Lincoln and Washington, in their first 2 games after the break. Here's a foul on the Spartans. Their 5th team foul, the 4th personal, though, for the big guy, Delahoyd. Governors have been tested in this game. Now Mayer's inbound is tipped by Seth Hamilton. Taken away. Trey Wood for 3, no good. And that's Bush and Kaiser battling each other. Kaiser comes down with it. Keenholz, jump step, left-hander, good. Oh, is that pretty for Lincoln Keenholz, who puts the Governors up 64-47. 6:21 to play, and a timeout called by the Spartans. They'll take 60. And this is a Coca-Cola break in the action. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Have all of your painting supplies at the paint store in Pierre. They mix paint and they color match paint. They carry interior and exterior stains. Great selection of paint. Find it at 1006 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. The Paint Store, 605-224-8312, 224-8312. Paint Store is a proud supporter of the Stanley County Buffaloes and the Pierre Governors in sports and activities. The Paint Store, same great paint, same great services.
64-47. Welcome back to Ringside Gym. The Governors in control. Have been battling here today. Here comes Hamilton slicing and dicing. Blocking the shot for Edmond, but there will be a foul called through as well. And again, Hamilton causes a lot of problems for a lot of defenders. This is Kaiser with his 3rd personal. Sending Hamilton to the stripe. 1 dribble, shot up. This one's short. Hamilton just 1 out of 6 from the line. He's got 25 points in this game, but not a lot from the free throw line. Carter Lyon out. Ryan Heinert back in. Second one here, good for Hamilton. And he'll check out for a spell. Smith Funky back in. 64-48 updated score. And again, got to hand it to the Spartans. We kind of expected a little more offense from this team compared to other Governor opponents so far this season. That's exactly what we're getting as Edmond just got laid out. And up ahead it goes. Spearfish on the break, and they'll get the basket. Edmond peels himself up off the floor. I believe that was Heinert with the finish. On the takeaway, Keenholz, oh my, now up hard and down hard. Oh, and Brianna Kuzler just looked at Spearfish on their bench and just said, really? She not too happy with that. Keenholz gets taken out of the play. Ryland Palmer, first personal. Go with Heinert, or rather Keenholz here. Free throw, up and good. He'll get another one. That's Keenholz. Actually, I was looking at Seth Hamilton's stats earlier, said he had 25. It was Lincoln with 25. Now 26, and now can't get 27. Battle for the rebound, though, will go to Antonio Serrano. Spartans back up ahead, still trailing by 15. On the move, Delahoyd, and this is Edmond, who thought he had to block, and the Governors fans thought they did as well. But Jackson Edmond going to be called for a foul, and this will put Delahoyd to the free throw line. And Edmond pleading his case, but Edmond started walking away and kind of took himself out of the area, but I think he did a pretty good job of cooling himself off here. Delahoyd, free throw is good. That's his first attempt of the day from the stripe. 5.5 minutes to go. You get a little bit of chippiness here in the fourth quarter. Delahoyd can't get the second one, and Edmond is down with the rebound and a 14-point lead for the Governors. Keenholz setting it up. Edmond waiting there for the screen. Keenholz' pass tipped by Delahoyd. Loose basketball, and Delahoyd comes down with it. Almost busted Christian Bush right in the chops. Turnover number 15 for the Govs. Actually, number 16. And now another foul here in the lane as Ryan Heinert will go to the free throw line. Kaiser, he going to pick up number 4. Matthew Hansen has already fouled out of the game. Team foul number 10 for the Governors. A double bonus the rest of the way for Spearfish. Pierre is in the 1-and-1 bonus with the next Spearfish foul. Heinert unable to hit the first one here. Kaiser will check out. Jet Zabel back in for the Govs. Hansen, the only starter not in there as he has fouled out. The rest of them still out there. Heinert's second free throw is good. First update from the girls. After one quarter, the Governors leading at Spearfish 16-3. That game on KGFX AM. Here's a screen and roll. Edmond will get the layup and in from Keenholz. Jackson Edmond with 10 points, 67-52. The Governors have Keenholz and Bush. Now Edmond in double figures today. Pretty good production. Heinert still moving with the basketball. Out top, Smith Funky for 3 is good. Three-pointer down for Smith Funky. His first field goal of the day. His first 3 points. Now it's Mayer. Out to Zabel. Passes it off. Christian Bush. Shot blocked for Mayer. No good. But Bush keeps it alive. Works it underneath. And it is Edmond up and good for the left side bunny again. 69-55. Here by 14, 4:10 to go, fourth quarter. On the move again, reverse, no good. Delahoyd almost got an alley-oop right there, but there is a foul. I'm not sure if I think Ryan Heinert wanted to get that one off the glass, but he lost it just a little bit. Delahoyd almost was able to slam it home, but with the foul going to Heinert, turned out that even if Delahoyd slams that one home, it wouldn't have counted because Heinert was fouled in the act of shooting. First one up and good. Foul goes to Bush, just his second. Heyman is in. Ty Sieber was in briefly, but back out. Heyman in for Palmer. Second free throw for Heinert is good. Tell you what, folks, don't sleep on this Spearfish team this season. They could cause some problems for a lot of teams. They won't play a lot of teams from the ESD or other parts of the eastern part of South Dakota, but they're going to put a lot of wins together. Half circle jumper. Keenholz is on in the second half. 28 for Lincoln Keenholz, 71-57. He has 21 points since halftime. Heinrich spins and scores. He got around Christian Bush this time, and Ryan Heinrich showing the moves. Keenholz and company quickly up as Keenholz tries to get it to Bush. A reach here called on Serrano. Antonio will pick up his fourth. And again, a 1-and-1 here. Team foul number 7 for Spearfish, so it's Christian Bush stepping to the stripe for a 1-and-1. 3:30 to play in the fourth quarter. Free throw good. Christian will get another. Bush has played an outstanding ball game today. 14 points. He's 5 for 5 on the floor today. They haven't all been bunnies. He's got some pretty sweet jumpers, fadeaways, up and good. Now he's 5 out of 6 from the line after he went 0 for 4 last night. 73-59. Pierre ahead by 14 again. Seth Hamilton back in there running the point. Still dribbling. Man, great defense, Jacob Mayer. Now a block of the shot here, taken away by Edmond. Up ahead, Keenholz. Boom! 76-59. Keenholz hits his 5th three of the day. And the Governors are starting to pull away. Timeout taken by the Spartans, I believe. That'll be their final timeout with 3:10 to go. Well, they signaled 30 seconds.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
One of the things we miss here in at Riggs High Gym is a scoreboard that tells us how many timeouts each team has left. I think Spearfish is out of timeouts now, but I could be wrong. Doesn't really matter right now. 3 minutes to go. The Governors have upped their lead to 17. There's a nice job penetrating for Heinert. Underneath, Serrano misses once, misses twice as Edmond continues to swat for blocks. Couldn't get him, but Mayer comes down with the rebound. And now, Governors back on the attack. Time to chew some clock, perhaps, or at least run some offense. Actually, Edmond with the right elbow jumper is up and good. Shooting stats for the Governors today are outstanding. Here's Hamilton, the floating layup, and he'll pick up contact. Foul will be called. Seth Hamilton back to the stripe. This one given to Jet Zabel. Zabel's first. 2 shots coming once again for Seth Hamilton. 2:27 clock stops. Here by 19 now, 78-59. Hamilton still struggling from the line. Jackson Edmond out, Christian Bush in. And Seth Hamilton, one dribble, and the shot up this time is good from the free throw line. Great ball game. Updating his total, 19 points. I missed on his totals earlier looking on the wrong scoreboard. 78-60 our score. There's Keenholz. Kruger was open underneath, now gets the extra pass across. Bush with a bunny is up and good. Patient play by Brecken Kruger. I think right away he could have gone up, but wasn't quite sure where he was, maybe where the defense was. He surveyed the situation, gets the assist, and Bush continues a great game offensively. 80-60, the Governors by 20 now. Miss for Serrano, or rather Heinert off the glass. Up ahead with it, Keenholz. Unable to outrun the defense. Spearfish catches up. Keenholz gets it away to Mayer. He's left alone, wants 3, but that's off the mark. Kruger saves it, but it's into the hands of Ryland Palmer. And we go the other way. Shot up here for Palmer, still with it, but another free throw opportunity coming, and Eric Skoglund going to empty his bench. Keenholz called for the foul. That's just his first in this one. 80-60. A good Offensive ball game, as we mentioned. Palmer to shoot 2. First attempt of the day is up and good. Governors will get 3 new people in there, but let's talk about the Spartans and who they have. 35, Chase MacArthur. 41, Caden Fireeisen. Looks like 21, Jack Ammerman is in there, and Ryland Palmer hits 2 for 2, and he'll be checked in for by Nick Heyman, who has been in there a couple of times. Ty Sieber is also in for Spearfish. 80-62 on that 2 for 2 trip, 90 seconds to play. Carson Ahart's on for the first time today for the Governors, joined by Cade Kaiser and Ben Heisler. Heisler setting screens for Ahart's. Kick it out. Kruger for 3, no good, but he is picked up off the floor after being fouled in the act of shooting. Chase MacArthur, a 6-foot senior, going for the block, but Kruger will go to the line to shoot not 1, not 2, but nope, they say 2, so I guess that his foot was on the arc. I reckon Kruger's first scoring opportunity here is good. 1 down, 1 to go. Been a while since I think the Governors scored 80 points in a ball game. Second one here, also good. Kruger, sharp shooting junior. 20-point lead for the Governors. Biggest lead match. Minute 15 counting down. Siebert to Heyman. He'll pull the trigger for 3 and hit. Nick Heyman, 6'3" senior. First 3 points in the game. It's at a 17-point ball game. Here's Kaiser. High screen from Heisler. Finds Kruger. Looking for space. No room to shoot. Ahart's down to Zabel. Back to Carson Ahart's. Governors will reset. 15 on the shot clock. Kruger wants 3 this time. That's off the mark. No good. And a long rebound to Ty Sieber. Reckon 0 for 2 from outside the arc. Quick fire 3. This is Ammerman. A couple of bounces off the rim. No good. Kept alive underneath, and a foul called. That'll send Chase MacArthur to the free throw line. 82-65 our score. Jet Zabel with his second personal foul. And Chase MacArthur gets an opportunity to shoot a pair. First one here, too strong, no good. He'll try another. Post game coming up from Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. Your Hermanson Endodontics big play of the game and your Cowboy Country Stores player of the game announcements to come. Second chance here and a Sieber offensive rebound, but the putback no good. As that one finds its way out. And the Governors do not have to shoot anymore. As they lead 82-65, they're going to improve to 4-0. Spearfish, a good effort today, but they'll fall to 2-2. A loss at Aberdeen last night. A loss here in the capital city today as Brecken Kruger able to hold it for the last few seconds. Good ball game here, but your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Pierre 82, Spearfish 65. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Place to call for their budget service, budget plan, and keep full service to help you stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We'll take a 3-minute break, get into that at post-game, sponsored by Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg. Your Governor Basketball and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
The team at Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all of their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable, and to have the healthiest and best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all of your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients too. Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all of your family's dental needs.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
You have a lot of expenses to juggle as a business owner. Worrying about health insurance for your employees shouldn't be one. Avera Health Plans could save your business up to 30% on health insurance costs without compromising your employees' benefits. You get access to a large network of providers and specialists, as well as 24/7 virtual provider visits with Avera Now. Now that's a deal. We make getting a quote and switching employer plans easy. Call your agent or get a quote at averahealthplans.com/save.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! It's Santa, and I wanted to let you and all the other little boys and girls in the Pierre area know that I'm going to be at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota this Saturday, the 18th, from 1 to 4. You can tell me what you want for Christmas, and if you'd like a free picture with me, stop on down at 518 East Sioux Avenue from 1 to 4 on Saturday, the 18th. Meet Santa at Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. Ho, ho, ho!
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino from the App Store or Google Play. It only takes a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archived video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota high school sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app brought to you by the Golden Buffalo Casino. Download it now at the App Store or Google Play.
Welcome to the post game. It is brought to you by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. This is a pretty good ball game here today as the Governors, defensively still played pretty well, but I think from an opposing standpoint, Governors certainly got tested like they haven't been tested so far this season in their first 3 games. A 17-point victory, 82-65, but facing a team in Spearfish who has the quickness and the offensive ability to really cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams. And if the Governors don't shoot outstanding in this game, it could be a completely different ball game, as Pierre does lead at all quarter stops, but still, as we mentioned, not that easy. As we talk about the stats in this one, in fact, I've got Pierre shooting just under 64% in the game. But the Governors going, quarter stops. Pierre led 15-14 at the end of 1. Lost the lead early in the second period, but did outscore the Spartans 20-16 to go 35-30 into the break. And then Spearfish still just couldn't quite keep up with the Governors. 21-13, Pierre's advantage in the third period made it 56-43, and a lot of points in that fourth quarter, 26-22. For the Governors as they end up winning this one by 17. They had a 20, maybe a 21-point lead a couple of times in that fourth quarter, and an 82-65 victory. And again, Pierre finishes 2021 4-0 in this particular basketball season. 13 of 22 in the first half for the Govs, 17 of 25, 68% in the second half. 30 of 47 overall. Again, I've got that at 63.8% shooting. 6 of 12, 50% from beyond the arc. And from the free throw line, I guess I didn't finish my free throw stats, but 9 of 12 in the second half, 16 out of 20 in the game, 80% free throw shooting as well. I'll tell you what, if the Governors can shoot 64% on the floor and 80% from the line the rest of this season, it's going to be a fun season. Let's just put it that way. 3 players in double figures. Christian Bush with 17 points. Jackson Edmond with 14. They combined for 31. Lincoln Keenels had 31 himself. So those are your 3 in double figures, and good production after that as well. And Keenels, by the way, 5 of 7 from outside the arc. Even inside the arc, he hits on 6 out of 9. So a great shooting game for Lincoln Keenels, and the Governor fans will hope for more of that all season long as well. Jacob Mayer, good ball game offensively. I really tout his defense in this one today as well. 7 points for Jake. You get 4 points from Jet Zabel off the bench, 4 from Matthew Hansen, who did foul out of the game. A couple of free throws for Brecken Kruger. 2 points also for Ben Heisler. More good production. 8 players in the scoring column, but 3 double-figure scorers, all combining for 62 of the 82 points for the Governors today. Spearfish, the shooting, tailed off a little bit in that second half, 9 out of 28 after halftime, but still a pretty good game, 23 out of 55. Three-point shooting could be better. They're 5 out of 16 overall, and free throw shooting could be better as well, as they hit on just 50%, 12 of 24. So imagine, hit a couple more threes, do a better job on the free throw line, even though they were 10 of 17 in the fourth quarter alone. Then Spearfish is right there with the Governors, as they'll get 2 players in double figures. Seth Hamilton leads the Spartans with 19 points. Very impressed with that young sophomore and his ball handling ability as a point guard. Spearfish going to win a lot of ball games with that guy running the show. Also, Braden, let's go with Ryan Heinert, who finishes with 13 points as well. So Hamilton 19, Heinert with 13. Aside from that, Braden Delahoyd with 7 points, 6 points from Rylan Palmer off the bench, 6 for Trey Wood with a couple of threes as well off the bench. Antonio Serrano with 4 points, Nick Heyman with a three-pointer, Smith Funky with a three-pointer, both of those in the fourth quarter, and Ty Sieber with 2 points for the Spartans. 82-65, your final score. Governors out-rebound the Spartans 25-20, but Spearfish a little bit better on the offensive glass, 9-4 overall. Delahoyd with 6 rebounds. Christian Bush with 6 rebounds for the Governors as well. Governors turn it over 16 times today, which is a season high in the first 4 games. Spearfish with 12 losses of possessions. Spearfish with 7 assists. The Governors with 19. There's your ball movement right there. And again, assist to turnover ratio, pretty good for the Governors as they win it 82-65. Got a conversation with Coach Brianna Kusler coming up in our Family Dental post game in just a little bit. We've got plays of the game and your player of the game still to come. So a lot to talk about. Let's take another 2-minute break. We're back with more Pierre Governor basketball.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
This is Cody Matson
and Amy Larson from Beck Motor Company, and we need your vehicle.
Equinox, we need it.
Traverse, we need it.
Malibu, Impala, we need it.
Any vehicle, we need it.
Do you have a vehicle you want to sell? Call us.
224-5912.
Beck-motors.com.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Family Dental postgame continues. Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. A good ball game, a lot of points scored, but still some pretty good defense and fun up and down Saturday afternoon, up and down the court, that is. and the winning head coach, Brianna Kusler, joins us here in our post game. Coach, this is a good basketball game. You've had some, you could call them cupcakes, but you just had your first 3 ball games just kind of wide open victories. Call them blowouts if you want, because of good defense and good offense playing well on both ends. Today, you got tested from a team. I don't know if we expected a test from Spearfish or not. We knew that maybe they'd be a quicker ball club. They certainly were. Maybe a little more offensive capability. I think we saw that as well. But a good test as your schedule really gets tougher once you start playing again after the first of the year.
This was a really good challenge for us. I felt that they came guns a-blazing, and credit them for the intensity that they brought. I felt like they exposed us defensively on a few things, but I never had any doubt that we were going to come out on top. I'm just glad, though, that we were challenged a little bit. It gives us a lot to work on over this next 3 weeks that we have before we go into the bulk of our season. So this was really good. It showed us a lot of positive things. I think that we've got a resilient bunch right now, that they all want it, and they want it really bad for one another. They want it. They're willing to do what they need to do. You saw, there was a lot of points scored by a lot of different people, again, and you see that the consistency as far as spreading the wealth goes, and that's going to be crucial for us out down the stretch.
The consistency that you have, the shooting percentage, I've got you shooting better than 63% in this game, and you kind of needed it because Spearfish was right there. Otherwise, neck and neck, and I was thinking if that team hits a few more free throws, maybe a couple of more threes, you're needing every bit of that almost 64% shooting.
Right. In the first half, we looked at our shot charts for them, and everything that they were making, they were getting down into the paint, and deep into the paint. And our basic defensive principles are to keep them out of that lane. We don't, offensively, we want heart touches, we want paint touches. Defensively, we don't, because that exposes our help side and forces us to have to rotate so much. And I think the boys made some good adjustments then coming out of half, and really then dictated, still brought a lot of defensive intensity. And I think that part of it was our pressure that we applied in the first half. It did expose us. We didn't recover necessarily as well as we needed to make those adjustments, and then this is the result.
I'm always impressed with point guards like Seth Hamilton, who just don't ever seem to pick the dribble up. And I think defensively, maybe that's the first time you've really seen that, where defensively, you got to stick with him. I thought Jacob Mayer stuck to him about as well as he could, but always impressed with things like that, but just something that you'll have to maybe adjust to as you continue through this season.
Yeah, and we talked in the locker room as far as the teams that make those adjustments and adjust, whether that be to what the other team is bringing, whether that be, crews are going to call games differently, officiating wise. So you've got to be able to adjust. You can't just continue to do the things and expect a different result. So I'm proud of their willingness to adapt to what was given, and it showed us that we are capable of doing different things defensively and still be a good ball team.
And the efficiency on the offense, mentioned that shooting percentage, but and that wasn't all in the paint, even though I think you got plenty of points in the paint. But what Christian Bush was able to do today in his post-up ability, and for a big guy, I just love watching that guy shoot. And I tell you what, if Lincoln Keenholz hits 31 points on the efficiency of his shot that he had today, both inside and outside, this team's going to win a lot of games this year.
Yeah, Christian was very, very efficient for us inside. I didn't feel like you talk about our shooting percentage there, and that's great, but I didn't feel like we were just expecting ourselves to make everything. We didn't have a ton of presence on the offensive glass, and we did make quite a bit, but in games where the ball isn't bouncing our way, we need to have that presence. So that's an area that we're going to have to improve upon. But yeah, you look with Lincoln at 31 and Christian at 17 and Jackson with 14, that's balance. And then you get Matthew Hansen on the floor a little bit more than what he was with foul trouble, that spreads everything out, and you get some other kids to come in and hit some shots. That's a lot of points that we're putting on the board, probably more than we want to be giving up. when we came in, we were averaging giving up about 30 points. And we knew that wasn't going to be the case all the time, but we want to keep that about 50-55, and I think that we're going to be sitting just fine with our offense.
Last night I was joking, laughing a little bit. You used the term assist to turnover ratio, and I forgot to ask you about it after the game last night, but yesterday and today, more ball movement. I have you with 19 assists in this game today, too. I think that's a pretty good number.
At times, I felt like we were maybe trying to spread the ball around too much instead of just taking what's given to us. We were creating, but that's just our guys. They're willing and able to spread the ball around and continue to find open looks. And sometimes we're passing to guys before they even know that they're going to be open. So as we continue to build the camaraderie and we're continuing to build that continuity, those things will be in our favor. We just had a couple bounces today that maybe weren't in our favor, but that's all right. It's good looks. I would take that over the one-on-one ball that we've seen, maybe that we've played against. So I love the team basketball that we're playing. We're getting a lot of people involved, and it doesn't always show up in the box score, but their effort is, if there was a statistic for effort, we would have everybody in that.
Absolutely. So you get what you needed out of this first part of the schedule. Holiday break now, 4-0. How do you approach the holiday and in the practice schedule with no school, and then January 6th and 8th? A couple of good Sioux Falls schools next on the schedule.
We will use this time to be able to rest and recover, rejuvenate, be ready to go then for after break. But these 4 games, we're fortunate to come out on top on all 4 of them. So 4-0 feels good. We love winning, but that doesn't come with things that we can't learn from. There's a lot of things that we can watch and see, and the boys know that, and that's what I love about this bunch is they're not getting complacent. They're not content with this type of a win. We put up 82 points, but they know that 65 points isn't what we do defensively. Right. We've got to be adjust a little bit sooner than maybe what we did, and then good things will happen. But I think in the break we'll change things up. There's finding that balance is something that's going to be very important for us, and not just killing them on the court, mixing in some other things, keeping them active, but a lot more. We'll watch some film. We'll be able to adjust from there.
What do you know from Lincoln and Washington and the things that are going to be an immediate change based on what you've seen from your opponents so far?
Well, I think this was a good indicator. The speed of the game will be different, and I think also the physicality. And we saw that a lot tonight, which was really good for us. There are areas that we'll have to toughen up in, and part of that is our composure. When we got to control what we can control, and that's not what the other opponent is doing, and it's not what the officials are doing. That's what we're doing, and so we'll continue to build on that. But I saw a lot of toughness come from our guys tonight, and stepping up when things get challenging, we rose to the occasion, and that's something to be proud of.
Well, another game where fans are going to getting treated to what this Governor team is capable of. So good start, Coach. Great ball game today, and Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Brianna Kusler and the Governors, an 82-65 winner over the Spearfish Spartans today. Another break coming up on our big plays of the game from Hermanson Endodontics on the way after a 2-minute timeout. More Pierre Governor postgame coming right back. River 92.7.
Hey DQ fans, there's a new treat in town this fall, the Reese's Pieces Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat. It's a match made in flavor heaven with Reese's Pieces, chocolate chip cookie dough, and peanut butter topping all mixed in world famous soft serve. You heard that right, Reese's Pieces and cookie dough. So introduce your taste buds to these sweet soulmates and grab the Reese's Pieces Cookie Dough Blizzard Treat today only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
There's one place to watch Pierre Governors sports online, and that's liveticket.tv. Go Govs Live is where you can find Pierre Governors sports online. And the folks at Live Ticket thank all the sponsors that help make sure that it's all brought to you for free. And if you'd like to sponsor Pierre Governors sports, just call Live Ticket at 833-605-LIVE. That's 833-605-LIVE. Pierre Governors Sports. Watch them online with live tickets.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Finances, retirement, and investments can all be confusing. Even though we have access to an infinite amount of information, often there is a disconnect between what we should do and what we are actually doing. That's why at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, our team has devoted over 35 years to bringing clear advice about reaching financial independence. The information you need and how to apply it is as simple as calling Scott and I at 224-5959 or visit rankygray.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial Member FINRA. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. It's the Governors finish a 4-0, first 20% of the season at least, prior to the Christmas holiday break. By the way, if we forget to mention it, happy holidays, everybody, from all of us in the sports department of DRG Media Group. 82-65, our final today. Governors are 4-0, and a lot of big plays to talk about in this one. We'll hear from the big plays of the game, which are brought to you in our broadcast by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Back in 30 seconds for the big play of this one.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Ryan Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much of the tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics, big plays of the game, and I'll tell you what, Spearfish, from a defensive standpoint, standing their ground and playing very well, especially through that first half. The Governors only had a 5-point lead, but in the third quarter, there's a spot where Lincoln Keenholz just started to take over, and this is, as Governor fans, what we love to see is when Lincoln Keenholz really starts to feel the feeling for the shot. He hit back-to-back threes at one point, added another on in that third quarter, and it was just about that time when the Governor lead started to build. Suddenly, with Spearfish just hanging right in there, all of a sudden you look up and the scoreboard says 48-37. First time that the Govs had a double-digit lead in this game, and I think at that point it just seemed like, Pierre was going to be able to control most of the rest of the game, although, Spearfish never did go away. And I think for the Spartans, just like last night where they were trailing by 8 at Aberdeen, keeping it tight, still we're within about 10 well into the fourth quarter. Golden Eagles kind of pulled away, according to Coach Skoglund, in the last few minutes. But this Spearfish team, they're going to get a lot of wins this year, and I'm not so sure that I would want to play that team, depending on which team we're talking about in Class AA. Once that Sodak 16 rolls around, this team is only going to get better. It is a young lineup. Let's see, looking at their lineup, they have a few seniors, but they're all bench players. And except for one player that they were missing, a 6'3" guard in Peyton Millis, who was out with that ankle injury, will be back next month. But, looking forward to good things from that Spearfish squad. But those back-to-back threes from Lincoln Keenholz, to me, were about the turning point of the game in that third quarter. Jackson Edmonds started getting rolling in that offensive set as well. And, the Governors just made plays that they needed, because Spearfish otherwise would have been right there nip and tuck as well. Those are your biggest plays of the game, the three-point shooting in the third quarter, especially from Lincoln Keenholz, who finished with 31 in this game. Big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Now we've got players of the game to talk about. Of course, you've got a candidate in Lincoln Keenholz. We'll see who else is candidates from the Governors on their home floor. But I certainly got to tout the abilities of Seth Hamilton, the 6-foot sophomore, as we talked about with Coach Kusler here. But a 19-point ball game for their point guard, Seth needs to hit a few more free throws, but guys like that who just don't stop the dribble, that's the first time we've really seen a guard like that in the 4 games that the Govs have played this year. Seth Hamilton, pat on the back, and a good job. And I think Ryan Heinert, a 6'2 freshman, does a lot of the same things. Bigger guy, but also a guy who was able to keep the dribbles alive, getting in traffic, especially driving baselines and things like that. Heinert played a good ball game with 13 points today as well. But other candidates for the Governors we'll talk about after we hear from Cowboy Country Stores of Pierre in Fort Pierre. Your player of the game is next in our Governor postgame.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Heading to the campground, hunting the fields, fishing the waters, Cowboy Country Stores are ready for you. Feed the family while on the go with delicious food. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh baked pastries, coffee, regular and breakfast pizzas, Federal Bird stands, convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champs Chicken on Euclid and Harrison in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores with the players of the game, and again with Lincoln Keenels at 31 points. When he gets hot, look out. The Governor possibilities could be endless. Jackson Edmond, another 14-point effort here today, especially in the second half. He scored 10 points. Those two guys are the keys, but maybe the X factor is Christian Bush. And Bush with a career-high 17 points here today, 6 of 6 on the floor. 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He gets a team-high 6 rebounds in this one, 5 of those coming when the first half was tight. And Christian Bush is today's player of the game. We'll get him in a double extra large. It'll work. He got a T-shirt from Cowboy Country Stores and River 92.7 Sports, noting his accomplishments in leading the Governors to a 4-0 start. This one, an 82-65 win over the Spearfish Spartans. Before we get going into the rest of our Saturday afternoons, let's take a look at scores in a quick check on the Elk Point Jefferson Wrestling Invitational. Canton and Pierre are tied with 221 points as of right now, and they are not done yet. As Joshua Rydberg, I know the 285-pound wrestler, still to go. Gavin Stotts at 195 hasn't wrestled in the finals yet either. The Governors have some potential at the top of the charts there, and I know Canton's got some really good big wrestlers coming up too. In fact, Blake Judson still hasn't wrestled for the 138-pound championship match as of yet. Alex Odekoven did win the championship at 106, defeating Karsten Lotak, who is a great wrestler from Wagner, in the finals there. So the Governors and Canton are going down to the wire in that one, the Elk Point Jefferson Husky Invitational. Another big score to mention would be the FCS semifinal. A lot of people interested in how the South Dakota State Jackrabbits are doing. I'll have to pull that score up, but I'll get that to you momentarily. In fact, Montana State leading in Bozeman 31-17. Actually, that is a final now. So the SDSU season comes to an end. It'll be North Dakota State against Montana State for the SDSU championship. North Dakota State won last night 20-14 over James Madison. Now let's look at basketball scores here for today, as the Governors defeating Spearfish 82-65. Aberdeen Central was a 64-30 winner over Sturgis, of course, whom the Governors beat last night. Sioux Falls Roosevelt, top ranked, a win over Brandon Valley today, 57-42. A good ball game in Sioux Falls. O'Gorman and Sioux Falls Christian. It is Christian on top, 34-28. They are at the half. In girls basketball, the Governor girls are through 3 quarters now in Spearfish, maintaining a 43-27 lead. That game on KGFX, 1060 AM, 103.1 FM. And Sturgis has defeated Aberdeen Central 49-34. So the Scoopers came to life and got a win on their home floor over Aberdeen Central today. Lincoln and Jefferson will play in Sioux Falls a little bit later on. Washington and Harrisburg as well in girls basketball. And out west tonight, it is Rapid City Stevens and Central, both of those teams unbeaten so far on the young seasons. South Dakota Office of Highway Safety on our way to and from high school sporting events or anywhere for the holidays or all winter long or all year long, reminding us all to buckle up. Always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives from the Office of Highway Safety. And as you listen to Pierre Governor basketball, your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 is KGFX FM Pierre, a member of DRG Media Group, and live streaming at drgnews.com. Thanks to Jordan for live streaming last night and today, to Heather Williams for running the show in studio. A reminder that our next Governor broadcast will be after the first of the year. So happy holidays, one and all. It'll be January 4th, a Tuesday night, with the Governor girls entertaining, or rather being at Sioux Falls, Lincoln. That'll be we'll be on the road with the girls here on River 92.7. Thursday, January 6th, the Governors will host Sioux Falls, Lincoln, and then both teams playing Sioux Falls, Washington. The boys on River 92.7 at home, and the girls at Sioux Falls, Washington. Nope, that's the reverse. The boys will be at Washington Saturday, January 8th, 3 weeks from today. And the girls will be hosting Sioux Falls, Washington. That game will be on KGFX. So keep tuned right here. And to all of our stations of DRG Media Group, your official voice of Governor Sports, River 92.7 and KGFX. Governor boys win over Spearfish. The Governor girls leading. Tune over to KGFX for the conclusion of that one with David Burrell on the call. For Jordan and for Heather, I'm Brian Oakland, that is. Good to have you once again. Our final score in the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, the Pierre Governors 82 and the Spearfish Spartans 65. Till we meet with you again once again, happy holiday season, one and all, from all of us in the sports department of DRG Media Group. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Pierre Governor basketball on River 92.7 has been brought to you by
Bank West, Lynn's Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds and Associates, First Dakota National Bank, the May Adam Law Firm, and the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Governor basketball is brought to you by
Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Dairy Queen, Live Ticket, Overhead Door, Ranky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Gateway Ford, Lincoln Toyota, and Kruger Contracting.
And Governor basketball is brought to you in part by
Oahe Federal Credit Union, TMA, Adventera, Kathy's Sun and Shine Properties, Gators Pizza, Pasta and Subs, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Bauman Lumber, Lariat Lanes, Wagner Auto, Capital City Campus, the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, and Herding Electric.
These special in-game sponsors bring you Governor basketball.
Becky Potseva State Farm Insurance, the Hughes County Sheriff's Department, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Weidman Associates Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service.
The preceding has been a presentation of the official voice of the Pierre Governors, DRG Media Group Sports.
Driven by the office